Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching the truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled The Egyptians Against the Egyptians. My source, CNN.com, and it states Democrats continue to block Senate's action on stimulus bill as tensions run high in Congress. This article was published on March 23, 2020, and it states a key Senate procedural vote to move ahead with an economic stimulus plan failed for a second time on Monday afternoon over Democratic opposition, a development that will ratchet up tensions on Capitol Hill as lawmakers attempt to reach a consensus deal to respond to the novel coronavirus outbreak. The vote tally was 49 to 46 with a largely party line vote. One key holdup appears to still be roughly $500 billion in funds for loans and loan guarantees for distressed companies, states, and localities without enough guidelines or oversight to satisfy Democrats who seek to prevent bailout for large companies without ensuring that most of the benefits will go to the workers. But pushback from Democrats also has centered on not only the substance of the legislation, but on the process that Republicans used to come up with it as well, arguing that they were locked out of negotiations at the start. The failed vote Monday, however, is sure to incense Republicans even further, who have already angrily accused Democrats holding up efforts to move the package forward. All right, so we see that the stimulus package is on hold because the Democrats and the Republicans are in a disagreement. Modern day Egypt is America, and the modern day Egyptians are the Edomites, referring to these so-called white people who on their father's lineage goes back to Esau. Okay, let's continue. Senators have been working day and night to negotiate a possible $2 trillion economic stimulus package, hoping a deal will soon come together. McConnell harshly criticized Democrats in his own remarks ahead of the vote, arguing that they are trying to push through unrelated priorities and are holding up a deal as a result. The markets are tanking once again because this body can't get its act together, he said. This has to stop, McConnell said, adding the country is out of time. Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt, all right, and modern day Egypt is America. Behold, the Lord Yahweh ride upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be removed at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. The right hand of Yahweh is the son Yahushua, and Yahushua is returning, okay, referring to his second coming with the heavenly hosts in spiritual vehicles called chariots, so-called UFOs, okay? And Yahushua is bringing judgment on behalf of his father Yahweh, point blank period. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and what did this article say? It states, The failed vote Monday, however, is sure to incense Republicans even further, who have already angrily accused Democrats holding up efforts to move the package forward. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, referring to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. See, the events that are transpiring on earth is the will and the counsel of Yahweh, okay? And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And we are in the entry levels of this prophecy. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, referring to the nation of Israel. Modern day Egypt is America, okay? Do the history regarding how so-called Negroes came to this landmass and what vehicle brought them to this landmass. By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Now this is Moses prophesying. Thou shalt see it no more again, referring to our land, Israel. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, okay, for bondmen and bondwomen. Our enemies are beginning with the so-called white people, which are Edomites, and the rest of these other nations. Bondmen and bondwomen, meaning slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy you. Right. The only person that can save us from this captivity is Yahushua the Redeemer, also known as the captain of our salvation. But the point is, we came to Egypt. Modern day Egypt is America. Mark 3:23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And Satan in the Hebrew is Shaitan, meaning adversary. Our adversary is the so-called white man, who are Edomites, okay? And the reason why 2/3 of our people will be destroyed is because they don't know this so-called white man is actually the wicked and our enemy that the Holy Scripture or Holy Scriptures speak of. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, hence America, that kingdom cannot stand, hence America. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand, hence America. Okay, so the counsel of the Most High is to divide this kingdom and set up these Edomites against each other. Okay. Last scripture. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right. The 2 horns is referring to what? These Democrats, modern day Democrats. Okay, modern day Republicans. Yeah, they speak like a lamb. They make it seem like they for the people of America, but they don't give a fuck. Why? Because they are puppets for the elite. and he spake as a dragon, going into what their legislation is really about. Draconian laws, which means harsh. And a major draconian law is the implementation of martial fucking law. Okay? 2 horns. Lord will, you're edified. Shalom.